Together at 4:02. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I hear a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
And a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second, those in favor?
Aye.
I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
I move we adopt the consent agenda.
Second? Motion made and second, those in favor?
Aye.
Move on down to guest speakers, communication informational items, 2019 coordinators meeting. You wanna,
Well, we did it was an all-day training from 9:30 to 4:30, or to 4, and we went over how it measures the PM 2.5, and then they're hoping that we can get some new data that tells you what's setting it off, what's in the air, and what the smoke is exactly. I mean, it won't pinpoint it 100%, but it'll be able to give us some kind of direction of, is it wood heat, is it diesel vehicles, so on and so forth. I got the rest of the stuff today, so I'm putting packets together for council to look at. And then, I don't know if Sandy wants to discuss our air quality meeting that the group had the other day.
Well, I can do it now or under council things, but
However you want.
yeah, it with Peter Brewer and I don't remember the lady's name. D. We just compared the ordinances from our smoke and also the county one for the urban boundary, growth boundary, and trying to conciliate the differences in the two so that we can do a better job of actually monitoring the urban growth boundary this fall, winter.
Yep.
So that was the main thrust of what our meeting, we met with Commissioner Williams, the county, and got quite a lot accomplished, I believe. It was after the formal meeting here, we met at the commission office.
That's when we got a lot accomplished.
Yes.
I was trying, but I was
Thank
probably
you.
out of the
It's not, it wasn't you.
I know, but I was
You made
still,
that completely better.
well, I was frustrated.
Air quality. It's just,
It's fine.
it's a committee.
It was a good meeting.
okay.
Okay, cool.
And that's it.
All right, next we'll go down to public comment. Public comment.
Kids, have anything to say?
Daddy's coming with
That's good.
Thanks, Jesus.
All right, we'll move on down to old business. Captain Knowles Lake County Reminder Program.
I just have to put old business on there, just what we discussed. Never mind, I see it. It's there.
So we'll move on down to new business. Snow removal. That's all that's on there. I have no idea.
So that was my request, to put
Okay.
that on there.
You just need to sit down and read it on the screen.
I'm gonna go sit down.
You're not getting Rocky Road. So the reason I put that on there is because obviously I think most of us probably seen the news about the snowgate that many communities are putting into practice. And I would like to discuss the idea because every year we have a significant number of complaints about their driveways being blocked in. And the purpose of the snow gate is to prevent driveways from being blocked by the snow being built, firms being built up. So, is anybody not familiar with the snow gate?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so these snow, I guess it's just assume you guys, so basically what it is it's a plow with a metal arm that is hydraulic. And so when they go past the driveway, they put the arm down so it holds the snow until they get past the driveway. So Bend is using them, Colorado's using them, there's a lot of communities that are using them. I don't know why it just now is a popular thing, but I know we have expenses for contractors, but seriously. Perfect, those poor kids. Oh my goodness.
You guys are out of order, sit down.
Right? Yeah, so anyway, so new, I've looked into a few people new, few manufacturers, $5,000 to $10,000. Used, I've found some for $1,500, which if that saves us money on contractors, to me it seems worth it. There's a lot of discussion. Yes, there's issues with them, such as when the snow is really wet, they are not as effective because it's too heavy. Daryl, are you familiar with them at all? I didn't know if you've ever come across anything like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
They fit on the grader blade.
Yeah, so they're adaptable. They're not like a whole new piece.
Right, but see, not all the time they use the graders, 'cause that's why they got the truck,
Yes.
just to take care of part of some of this, the graders.
The only thing is sometimes the approaches are stacked up so much on the street. I don't know how far you'd be able to carry the snow before you
Yeah.
can move it off.
So, well, and that's kind of the thing, we talked about like the elderly being the ones that are really the ones we need to target primarily, because that, I know myself included, have gone out to help shovel people that couldn't get stuff, but, I'm not sure there's a real efficient way to mark that, because somebody, it was in a Facebook forum, somebody mentioned it might target people that to, children, sit. It might mark them as targeted as being elderly, something at risk. My thoughts on the streets. Brad. Seriously. You need to be quiet.
I got the clothes on.
So I love this idea, at least to investigate it, and the cost, I think we could actually save a lot of money. Like, we have the dollar on your water bill, and it's supposed to cap, and then we're not supposed to charge until,
Right.
although, we're gonna have a budget.
You never catch.
Well,
Never
because
really
we were
cap.
sweeping it,
We
and
transfer
that's
the
where,
money somehow. So I just think we should have Jeff look into this, if you wanna look into it with another. And then, if he thinks it might be something, watch the tutorial, watch the videos, ask maybe a couple of the communities that have them and use them, and then after that, just look at, our legal counsel's opinion on if we can use some of the money that we've already collected. Since we would be, like we say, we contract out to have people, remove some of that, if we can just use some of that money that we've collected every $1 per month, fee, then we can purchase, one or two, however many.
See how it goes.
Yeah, and see how it goes. I think it'd be a great trial, I mean.
I figure for
even with-
$1,500,
yeah,
it's worth the effort.
Trying it and seeing what happens, I mean, if we can save us some money and get the job done a lot quicker and more efficient.
So here's the downside to that, is because you have that on there, yes, you do go slower. It takes a little extra time because of that. To me, obviously, we don't live in a community that's as big as some of these bigger areas. How much extra time would it take us? But that's kind of the way I look at it, is if we could buy a used one, which we do often with equipment, and spend $1,500 to see if we can help our residents out, because we are charging them, and that was my thought too, when we wrote that budget last year, earlier this year. We found out that money was getting swept to different accounts, so we're still accruing it, but we're not really providing the service I feel like we should have been doing. And maybe prioritize narrower streets where we have a lot of issues with people driving down them. And maybe we can encourage, if people knew they weren't gonna be blocked in, they would maybe park in their driveways more so, because I know there's a lot of people that park on the street
during the winter because they're worried about getting blocked in and not be able to get that berm out of the way. So, you know, that was kind of my thoughts on it. I thought it would be a great idea to try.
Yeah, Jeff should look into it.
There are some
Minimum,
there's some downsides to it, like the slower pace, and obviously every time you add an additional piece of equipment, you're talking about additional problems that could go wrong. But yeah, it's an adapter kit that goes onto your grader. So,
Other community, larger community, isn't it, states and things? Seems like we investing in I mean, it seems to me that we could easily be using that $1 fee to cover this, you know, equipment cost.
I would imagine that's what we got the plow with, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for snow removal, that's what the ordinance says, so if you added a piece of equipment for snow removal, I think it seems like a no-brainer. We'll see, well, that's why I think Jeff, and then ask Jeff Headland as well.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on down. We've got three resolutions here. Resolution number 962, authorizing the Department of Public Works funding request for maintenance work on Dead Man Creek.
Do you know what that is? What
Yeah,
is maintenance brush or?
Yeah,
Removing
it's
brush?
it's mostly removing debris.
Oh.
I think the town people, crew has been removing the brush.
Yes.
It was digging
Yeah,
out
I know.
those
Yeah.
catch basins we have on Dead Man Creek. There's a couple of them up past East Street, up the canyon. Jeff's cleaned those. We're also gonna do some things at the bridge at Mountain View, because that's all silted under there. So that amount is for hiring a contractor to do that. Split the project in two. There's one for a dead man and one for bullet.
Is this on a schedule, like, where we're required to clean this out every 2 years, or? Because obviously the roads and everything else is going back, and so we gotta keep these clean, so.
They should be on a schedule. We're required to clean those debris basins that were constructed. That's part of our agreement with NRCS and funding.
So I'm just wondering why this hasn't become like a line item that we just normally have on our budget, that we know every other year or every 5 years or something we're gonna incur this cost. And then who's the normal contractor we're using? Is that something we're sending out for bids and RFPs?
No, we split it into two small projects. So
So it's
we're using
under a
Dog
cap,
Lake,
so-
we're using Dog Lake on Dead Man Creek and Pardue Construction on Bullet Creek.
To help answer your question too, Derwin, I talked to Jeff about this a little bit, and from here forward, we are going to start adding that into the budget because it's been a problem in the past.
Yeah.
So when I talked to Jeff about it, I think you were there too,
It's
Derwin.
part of our USDA requirement then?
For the structures that were put in under that program, yes.
And that's why it's coming out of these funds instead of somewhere else?
Yeah, at this point, and from here forward, it will be actually budgeted for each year.
And this is,
Because it's something that needs to be budgeted for, you know, and that's what we talked about. It's just never been budgeted for, and from this point forward, Jeff's gonna have it in his budget.
Well, that's good, that's just kind of what I was wondering, and then just time frame. Is this like every other year or every 5 years?
Well, it probably depends on the weather,
Yeah.
but I would say at a minimum, it would probably be every other year.
is
Some of
this
it hasn't been done for a long time.
And that's why this could be needed at this high.
significant? Yeah.
Well, Jeff was worried about, if we have rain like we did last year, of us having the same issue where it may have been a little more controllable if those were cleaned out.
Yeah.
This Dead Man Creek, where's that one at? Is that the one on Missouri?
It's on South Fifth.
South
It runs
Fifth
by the
and E.
schools.
Yeah, it runs through town.
And then the other one was Bullard?
One up behind the pool.
I thought they were gonna do over by Missouri.
Missouri, they
Still
are.
working on that
they are.
now.
That's what I saw, but I wasn't
They
sure.
are.
Cause that one's a mess as well.
Yeah, they are doing the one over in Missouri.
Okay.
And we just got locates done, and I haven't been by there. I guess I haven't been by there to look to see if they done it.
They were working on it today, I just wasn't sure if that was them or not.
But the Missouri one's not included in these two.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, that's why I was making sure. Well, but they didn't name it specifically.
I planned on one resolution.
But it's still.
I sent it to Jeff, Edmund.
You want to.
We got
No!
That's what we're doing.
So it's falling under the Bullet Creek though, but not under the Redmond, so it'd be part of the index.
Yeah, probably, yes.
And part of that is that Mill put in a really big culvert there to help us in drainage because they had a lot of flooding issues. And so now that water's gonna go down a lot smoother, but we're gonna be stopped at the end of Missouri where it tees with Roberta because there's so much buildup of mud and dirt and debris.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution 962, a resolution authorizing Department of Public Works funding request for maintenance work on Redmond.
I second it.
Motion made second, those in favor?
Having already talked about the mayor making a motion to approve resolution 963, a resolution authorizing Department of Public Works funding request for maintenance work on Bullet Creek.
I'll second it.
Motion made second, those in favor?
I
And I'll go to resolution 964. Expenditure of funds for the Lake County Youth Program. I have a motion on that one.
And Darrell, you said this wouldn't be an issue, right? When you guys looked at the budget?
No, we found where to take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
So,
I will make a motion to approve resolution 964, authorizing the expenditure of funds for Lake County Youth Mentorship Program.
Second.
Motion made and second, those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Greg, do you want Kathy Miles to be called today or first thing tomorrow?
Either today or tomorrow, it doesn't matter,
Okay.
just let her know. And then. Okay. Next thing, Warden Association requesting for a swim pass.
So, we used to be in the business, or the practice of giving swim passes away, and it seemed like the board pushed us away from that. I feel we should give them away. I mean, ultimately, this is for fundraising in most cases, or, we used to go to the mentor program for other youth programs or whatever. I think this is a good thing to do because it gets people up to our pool. And it might be a youth pass for one person, and then they bring their friends or their parents, or somebody's gonna end up paying.
Walk to the gate, yep.
And it costs us very little in actual.
Yeah. I would like more expenses there regardless, so let's get people up there. The income on it is terrible.
Oh, I would like to know what the income was this year compared to last year,
I would like to see some kind of report as well.
Yeah.
you know?
I did get an email on,
Are they asking for a pass? I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people, but do they want the pool for a whole day, or what?
They just basically just want either, I don't know if it's an individual or a family. We can, usually we do a family for them, because
Oh,
it is a big family oriented.
Yeah, so it's like a prize or something?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they auction it off and earn money for the
Okay.
kids.
Because I thought, I read through it kind of quickly, but I was thinking it was like for the whole group to go in the pool.
No.
I think it's for the OHA dinner we're doing on.
Yeah.
It goes in there
Right.
and that's it.
So it's okay to put down for a family pass then?
I would like
I
family
think so.
pass.
Family pass. Yeah, that's what we need.
lot of individual passes are almost.
Well, you might, a family that's never been to the pool might get it and decide that they're
Do I have a
gonna.
motion on that one?
I'll make a motion to approve the Oregon Hunting Association request for a swim pass,
Second.
for a family swim pass.
I'll second it.
Motion made and second, those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Can I make a motion that somebody else takes my children home today?
Denied.
Do you have a second?
Denied. Denied.
Do you leave them at my house during meetings?
They would never even know. I mean, like, you don't, once you
Yeah,
have
just blend
past,
into your house.
it's true, once they're 3 and above, you're. Hi.
Strike that from the record. My wife
I
needs
have
that.
on the record.
Let's move on down to mayor council. Council, anything?
Well, I went to a prison action committee meeting last week and also a lip sync meeting at the courthouse.
A lip sync meeting?
Lake County Public Safety Committee.
Okay.
It's probation.
Oh, okay. It was like, oh, we have a meeting tomorrow?
I didn't know we were doing this in the courthouse.
What do you guys do up there?
I thought you were talking about-
Oh, yeah.
I get used to it now.
I was at one.
Used to it.
I was at one.
I thought you were talking about the rat there.
No.
Darwin was over here? At that meeting. I was the pushover.
I thought it
Is
was
that
time.
anagram thing? I've been wanting to do that.
I'm gonna do this.
I went to Brian's.
I'm gonna put like
It was actually an okay class, was it?
The candy bars.
Anybody else on the council have anything? Carol?
Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I have a call with the DQ on the wastewater, the Red Rock. Still going over some parameters for that. But complicates it a little bit administratively only is our permit will be up in May. So as we renew the permit, we're hoping to renew the permit based on no discharge, where we don't have to discharge into the creek anymore. That gets us out of a lot of sampling. We'll see how that pans out. But, anyway, tomorrow at 2, if anybody wants to come.
Is it here or here?
Right.
Then you're the one.
Sounds really exciting.
It is really exciting.
I just keep going.
I might do that. I'm
Okay?
behind in my understanding of the whole process.
Other than that, not too much else is going
So,
on.
Ray, I'm getting, I think everybody's getting questioned by folks in the community about, you know, I'm the town manager, who it is, this and that and the other. We obviously haven't been able to come forth with that yet, but it would be nice just to tell the public that we will very shortly be coming forward with that, and we'll be happy to announce it when the time is right. But at this point, you know, we're not going to announce it. So.
Well,
I just know one more word.
yeah,
Yeah, we're working on it, but I just,
paperwork.
since it's being recorded,
Yes.
we're working on it, it's very soon, we'll be able to announce it.
And hopefully, I will be going over on the 30th with one of the commissioners to Regional Solutions meeting in Klamath. Anyway, does anybody have anything else? I have nothing else. So if that's the case, then we will adjourn the council meeting at 4:25.